Hi everyone, we are starting a new session and I just want to quickly go over what is expected and what to look for in your online math classroom. First of all, this is your home page. At the top of your home page, you will notice your recent announcements. Notice that only 3 announcements will be posted at a time. To see more announcements, be sure to be clicking on the Announcements tab to the left, and you will see a whole host of introductory announcements, guidances, um, your weekly announcements, and any other interesting news that will pop up in the class. So be sure that you're able to access your announcements every day. You're also able to write comments and post comments to the announcements that I have. So if you have questions on any of them or comments, you can feel free to do that by adding a comment. To add a comment, all you do is click on the weekly announcement that you are wanting to respond to, scroll to the very bottom, and click reply. You will type your response in the bottom and then hit post reply. After you've hit post reply, your response will end up in the weekly announcements, and an instructor can view that and respond back to you. Let's go back to our home page. On the home page, there are quick links to get you exactly where you need to be for the week. For example, in week 1, there's an overview. There are resources for you. There's a quick post that'll take you to your introduction post. There's a quick link for your discussion for week 1, a quick link for your quiz, a quick link to your lab, and a quick link to your homework. All of these links can also be found in the modules link on the left-hand side. When you click on the modules link, you'll see these same opportunities, these same links. One link I'd like to draw your attention to is the Ask Your Instructor link. If you have any questions or comments or concerns, please feel free to click on there and keep an eye out for responses, because within 24 hours, most instructors are responding. For week 1, we have the same links that you saw on the main home page. If you are wanting to access your ALEKS lab, you would go ahead and you would click on the link for the ALEKS lab. And notice at the top it says access the ALEKS site here. We'll click on that and you will see that you will load ALEKS in a new window. So I will go ahead and I will click on that and it will load in a new window. Your ALEKS window will open and you will see a little tutorial on how to navigate the online ALEKS program. So it will show you where your main menu is up on the left hand corner. There's some handy things there. Notifications will show up at the top right. This will tell you what to do next, and you will be given immediately an introduction to make sure that you know how to use the tools in the tutorial. For example, it says to click in this box and you will just go ahead and you will put the number 14, and I'm going to go ahead and skip through this tutorial and go to the next section. Once your tutorial has finished, it will tell you that you have unlocked your initial knowledge check. And what this is going to do is it's going to assess your math skills. Right now is a good time. If you need to take a break before you go to your initial knowledge check, I would do that. If you need to get a pen and a paper, a calculator, some resources, get all the resources you need, because it is important that you do your absolute best on your knowledge check. This is going to be your gauge as to how much you are going to be required to do in the ALEKS program for the course. A couple items to note when you're doing your knowledge check If you don't, oops, something got changed there. If you don't know the answer, just go ahead and click I don't know. It's okay. Once your answer is in, you go ahead and you click submit. I randomly put in some values and I got a very, very low score. And that's okay because I'm just starting my ALEKS pie chart and it's letting me know in my pie chart how much I already know and how much I need to still learn. This is telling me that I already know a good chunk of my review. I know just under half of my week 1 material and my week 2 a little bit less, and a little bit less of my week 3. My week 4 and my week 5, I have to learn it all, so I've got a lot to learn. The gray area shows what you still need to learn in the class. And your ALEKS pie chart is excellent because it's going to help you start your path. When you come into the class for your ALEKS lab, it will help you start your path. You want to click on your ALEKS pie icon on the top right of your website, and that will allow you to see your pie. You will select a slice, and that will give you more information of how many topics you've mastered and how many topics you have remaining. Down here you have some details, specific details to your weekly ALEKS pie chart. On the right hand side of each page here, you're going to see some links. Your first link are for videos. Your second link is for your ebook. The dictionary is very helpful, particularly when you're looking up vocabulary for your discussions. If you want to send a message, you can click on the message center, and if you'd like to print something out, that's a very quick way of doing it. Notice that for problems, when you're working through, you have problems, there are explanations that are offered to you, there are answers offered to you, there are extra explanations offered to you. And so when you are doing your ALEKS work, I want you to be aware of the resources available to you. I'm going to click on the top left-hand side, our main menu. Notice there's a home link, a learn link, review, your assignments, your worksheet calendar, gradebook, reports, message center, and the ebook. If you click on the ebook, it will pull up your book from the course. There are a lot of opportunities for resources in here. It's organized by chapter, which is nice, but I want you to notice that there's a media tab, and when you click on the media tab, there are lots of videos and live PowerPoint presentations that have plenty of practice problems that are very helpful. Back to the home screen, at the bottom there's a dictionary link, and this dictionary link is extremely helpful because it gives you a whole list of terms that you might see in your review section. It will give you a whole list of terms that you might see during your week 1. Maybe you will need to use domain and range in your discussion. So there are lots of definitions here and examples to help you see how to notate and how to use your vocabulary in your weekly discussions. I've clicked back into your classroom, and I just want you to remember for every week there will be a discussion, assignment, a quiz. There will be an ALEKS lab as well as an ALEKS homework set. Note that your ALEKS lab and your ALEKS homework set can be done multiple times. It can be done late. You can work on it through the duration of the course, and you can keep adding to it. So if you get behind one week, don't worry about it. Make it up the next week or the weeks coming up. I know that there are a lot of times where in life we get busy or we have a bad week. This is a 5-week class. It goes by extremely quickly. So do your best not to get behind. But if for some reason you do, don't panic. you have the opportunity to make up your work. Lastly, I want to take you to the discussions link. You can click on it on the left-hand side of your classroom. For week 1, you will have a post your introduction discussion. You will have a week 1 discussion. Be sure to get in to your discussions and get involved. If you do not like your discussions bouncing around, you are able to pin your discussions. On the right-hand side, you can choose pin, and that will put it up kind of like it's on a bulletin board. So what I do is I pin all my main discussions, as well as I pin my Ask the Instructor discussion as well, so that I can put it right at the top and I can view it first. And then I can put my discussions in order so that everything is in a logical order. You may like things in order, or you might like to see things as they come, and it's up to you, but this is just a way that I like to stay organized. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. My name is Colleen Radke, and I am happy to be working with you over the next 5 weeks.